This is your girl Nedra coming before you again, bringing you steps to help you get mentally prepared for the 30-day Alkaline Challenge. How you guys doing on today? I'm wishing you guys well. Hope everything went bright and right in your day. I am also hoping that you guys have started here and there, putting together some of the steps from the previous videos and working them slowly but surely into your lifestyle as you head into this challenge coming up in just another week or so. How many days we got, guys? I know it should be starting sometime next week, about 6 or 7 days now. So hopefully these videos are helping you to get motivated, encouraging you, helping you out, helping you get mentally prepared, helping you to incorporate these steps into your daily lives now. And with that being said, welcome. If you're watching right now, I ask that you tag a friend, tag a relative, and you guys sit down and watch, because I have more for you to get mentally prepared for your 30-day Alkaline Challenge. Let's get started. Today we're going to be talking to you about the importance of yes and no. Which is your part? Which part are you? Are you a yes person? Are you a no person? Me, I've always been a yes person, and it's proved to be beneficial. It has proven to be hurtful and painful. So I would like to hear from you guys in the comments. Just let me know if you are a yes person or if you're a no person. And going into this challenge, I would like to hear from you guys. I would like to get to know you guys a little bit better. And with these mentally preparedness steps that we're going through, it's not only helping myself or helping me to identify who I am. Hopefully it is helping you guys as well. And I think that some of these topics are really, really great conversation pieces or topics or work topics or friend topics, and to bring up anywhere. And because I've never even thought about it until now, like, what type of person are you? Are you a yes person? Do you say yes a lot? Do you say yes when you really shouldn't say yes? Are you a no person? Do you say no to everything and to everyone? I would like to hear from you guys. Leave a comment in the comment section and let us know. Like, let's talk about that. That was really quite interesting. And I asked that because more people want your yes than your no. Your kids want your yes. Your job wants your yes. You yourself want your yes. God wants your yes. Everyone that tries to sell you something wants your yes. Everybody wants yes out of you. So the world do like the yes person. But what about the no people? How can no benefit you? How can no benefit the yes person? How can yes benefit the no person? And we can learn a lot from each other. So let's get started. First of all, we need to have discernment before you say yes or before you say no. There's a right way to say no. There's a wrong way to say no. There's a right way to say yes. And there's a wrong way to say yes. And when we often get asked or get invitations, because yeses and nos they come through by way of invitations. Do you want to go out this weekend? Do you want to go to the movies? Can I borrow this? Can I borrow that? Can you work late? Can you work the weekend? These things, or can you take on a big task? Can you write a book? Can you grill out for this party? Can you do the cooking? Can you do a decoration, or it's so many things. Kids, you know, can I buy this toy? Can I buy this outfit? Can I go here? Can I use your car? Can that you're bombarded with invitations. But we learn in the spirit that yeses and nos don't always carry the same weight. Every yes don't carry the same weight as if are you going to work tomorrow? That's a yes or it's a no. That's not the same question as someone always asking you to do something, or always asking of your time, of your services. That carries a different type of weight. And what we learning is that before we give answers, we have to learn how to step back and discern what is being asked of us, our family time, our personal time, our services, our finances. These are very important things that we need to start making a habit of. So before you say yes after watching this video, discern it first. Tell whomever the inviter is that you're going to get back to them. And by doing this, guys, it helps you to think about everything that you already have going on, because everybody wants your yes. They want your yes to your finances. They want the yes to your time. They want the yes to your services. And they want yes to you. They want you to always be available. And the truth of the matter is you're renting out time that does not even belong to you. And by discerning and stepping back and evaluating what you already got, what you're already obligated to, it helps you to make a sound yes and a sound no. Because what we do know is that the word tells us to let our yes be yes and our no be no. But you also have to understand what that really means. So when you tell someone something, your word is bond. Your word is you. So if you can't make that happen, then you have grieved the spirit, because you have not done your due diligence in discerning what you can and what you cannot do. And discernment just means that it is the perception in the absence of judgment with a view to obtaining guidance and understanding. So if you don't understand what is being asked of you and what is being asked for you to sacrifice, to do for others, or to invest in other things, then you grieve the spirit. Not only do you grieve the spirit, you grieve yourself and you grieve the people around you. So let's just think about that right there. We're going to go down to when someone asks you to do something for your time, for your space, for your services, you're also asked to listen. Listen actively. And a lot of us say yes, myself included, and I didn't realize that this was going on, for fear of missing out. Missing out on promotions, missing out on precious moments from the of the family, missing out on fun, missing out on whatever. It's one of those things that you have to discern what it is that you need to give up and what you're sacrificing for your yes and for your no. Fear of missing out leads to burning the candle at both ends. We all heard that phrase, like burning the candle at both ends. You got so much going on. You want to be here, you want to be there, you want to please that person, you want to please that person, you want to please your household, you want to please your spouse, you want to please yourself. And the truth of the matter is, we can't please everyone. We can't be at every place at one time. So what we find ourselves doing is saying yes to every invitation we get. And when you say yes, people are expecting you. They're expecting your time. They're expecting your presence. They're expecting whatever you are saying yes to. So please understand. And I can like give an example. My aunt just got married about a month or so ago. And she called me when I was deployed and asked me if I would be in her wedding. And I knew that I was happy. I knew I was excited. I knew that my yes was going to be a yes, because at that time it didn't matter what I would have going on at that time, because at that time I put her in that slot for all of my time, for whatever she needed, for as long as she needed me to be there. So understand that when someone asks you to be there for them and you say yes, that is for whatever they need. That is for however long they need you for. So make sure you have an understanding of what it is being asked of you. And a few of us flew down there together. My yes was yes, and I understand and understood what my yes meant. That means that being a part of her wedding party, that means that I have all my stuff together before I get to her. I have my airline ticket, I have my hotel reservations, I have my stuff for the wedding together, I have my finances together. That means I am ready to be available to her. So once I get to her, if whatever she needs for me to do, if she needs decorations, if she just needs someone to talk to, if she needs someone to run errands, it doesn't matter. Your yes was a yes. So therefore, you can't get to someone and expect for someone to be waiting on you when they've already said that they needed you. You can't expect to be a yes for someone, but get there and you need them to wait on you hand and foot. Take you here. My dress doesn't fit here. I need alterations. So that means that she had to stop what's already going on for her event and her getting prepared to take care of someone else. And that is not your yes being a yes. Be prepared. Discern what it is that it takes for your yes to be a complete yes. And your no be a no. And Isaiah 42:18-20 speaks about it. Are you listening to what's been asked of you? Because if you are listening to what is being asked of you, then you can step back and discern if you're going to be able to do and perform what it is that is being asked of you. I'm going to move on. Learning to say yes and no is of great importance. If you are a yes person, we need to get in the habit of saying no. Or we need to get in the habit of discerning what our yes really means. And stop letting other people dictate to us what we want. Because a lot of times, yes, people just say yes off the rip. And we don't mind. But then we're tired, we're wore out, and we're unappreciated. Because Now your yes is expected because now people feel like they are entitled to your yes every single time. So the appreciation is gone and you feel used, but it's all about you. It's all about you. Emphasis is on you. Invitations come from God, friends, work, jobs, and ourselves, our kids, our families, um, organizations that we belong to, if our church family, our church obligations, everybody want a yes from you. Telemarketers, your bill collectors, everybody wants a yes from you. Dealerships, shopping centers, everybody wants your yes, and very few people want to hear your no. But we're going to get to no. The power of yes to yourself. Emphasis, it is about you. It is the most important thing that you can do for yourself is tell yourself yes. Tell yourself yes in your spirit. Tell yourself yes. You want to live a better life. You want health. You want wealth. Tell yourself yes at this moment. You want more time with yourself, enjoying the things that you are passionate about. Tell yourself yes. It's a positive thing. It removes the burden of the world off your shoulders. It allows for quiet time, more quiet time. It removes stress and anxiety because when you're telling everybody yes, you have no clue how you're going to get it all done. You still have your everyday obligations. You done added something onto the things that you already do during the week for church. You may have course, you may have women's meeting, you may have Bible study, but you have added something else on to yourself. Think about that. You block your miracle when you don't say yes to yourself. It leads to more doors being open to you, more opportunities when you say yes to yourself, because you're not bombarded with the weight of the world and the weight of other people's tasks on your shoulder. Now, let's go into the power of no, because no is powerful as well. No makes time for your own opportunities. And you can say no without any explanation. You don't have to explain yourself to no one. It builds proper relationships. By saying no, you treat other people, you teach other people how to treat you. So that means that they don't get to dump all their trash on you constantly. And it's okay to say no. It's okay to tell someone, no, you're not going to tolerate that. No, you're not interested in that. No, I'm not going to allow that. Because your no teaches other people how to treat you. And it also teaches them that when you do say yes, you're saying yes at that moment. And you get to pick and choose your yeses and your nos. So remember that. Keep that in the forefront of your mind, because we get bombarded with invitations every single day. Keep that at the forefront of your mind if you're like me, a yes person. If you're a yes person, No teaches other people how to treat you. And then you'll find yourself being more appreciated because they're going to take you seriously now. They're going to know that you don't mind doing, but you're going to do it at your own choice. It's going to be your choice to do it. It's going to be your choice not to do it. All right, let's move on. No empowers you. It feels good sometimes to say no. It really does feel good to say no sometimes. When someone call you and, hey girl, what you doing? Or hey bro, what's up? And they're ready to dump their problems in your lap and, hey, you have time? No, I don't have time. Or what's wrong with you? I am empowering myself. I am teaching you that every time you go through something, I don't want to feel the way that you feel. So I'm teaching you how to treat me. That is awesome. I mean, that is so awesome, and it is so empowering. When you really learn how to say no, that is like a rush that goes through your body. I know because I'm a yes person. And when I finally started saying no, it just, oh my God, it's just like a radiation that flows through you because you feel so relieved. And so we're going to go back, we're going to go down to, it leaves room for you to focus on what your priorities are, what your obligations are, how you're going to better put your life in order, because you're not bombarded with ripping and running for someone else and trying to get someone else tasks done. Learn how to say no. It gives others the chance to say yes. If you're not saying yes all the time, that gives somebody else the opportunity to say yes. That gives someone else the opportunity to step up. That gives someone else the opportunity to be what you were for such a long time. It's not always good to be the go-to person. Been there, done that, wore the t-shirt. You never get any rest. Your phone never stops ringing. You never stop getting text messages. And so it is a relief. Let someone else do it for a while. Actively listening. What's that mean? Actively listening. It is a vital life skill. Actively listening makes actively listening an habit. There's nothing more frustrating than talking to someone that's not looking you in your eyes, that's not paying attention to you, not even interested in what it is that you're saying. But very few people realize that listening is a life skill. It is a personal skill. It is a professional skill. And it is every day you encounter someone that is not listening to you. You encounter someone who is not actively listening to you. And it doesn't frustrate me because I know that they're not paying attention. But when it's time to repeat myself, my answer is no. And if I'm in a place of business and they're not listening to me, and if I have to repeat myself, I just ask for another representative. Because I refuse to speak and work and give my money to people that is not properly trained to listen to you. And it's, you're not going to get my money. and I don't, if I have to repeat myself, I don't want to talk to you anymore. So on past that. How to be an active listener. Maintain eye contact when you're speaking with a person. It is a must that you look into the eyes of the people that you're giving your money to. It is a must that they look into your eyes, or you don't give them your money. You don't pay people to disrespect you. That is taking control of your life. That is you teaching people how to treat you, and you how to treat other people as well. Be focused on understanding what is being said, what is being asked of you, what is, instead of focusing on responding. A lot of arguments can be avoided. A lot of misunderstandings can be avoided just by listening. Listening, listening, listening. For understanding, so that you have an understanding of what is being said and what is being asked of you. And not be so quick to cut people off or to jump in with what it is that you done conjured up in your mind to say. Because if you listen, the problem was probably already solved, or you guys are probably arguing and saying the very exact same thing, but you just want to be heard. I don't think men do this so much as us women. We just have to be heard. And I'm not going to leave myself out because I have done it. And I know that I am guilty of it, especially at home. And just because you're with a person and you guys are so connected to until like you're answering or finishing each other's sentences does not mean that it's right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not always right. And so we all need help in some areas because I do it and I'm guilty. I don't know many men that cuts people off or focus on responding. I think that's more of us, but I'm sure there are some men out there that does it if they get tired of listening to us because we never shut up, right? Okay. Let's just go ahead and be honest, ladies. Like, we're always talking, right? And they are always listening until they get tired of us. And then they will probably cut us off. But hey, just own up to it and say, hey, I was present in that moment, and let's just move on. We're not going to deny, we're not going to grieve the spirit. But let truth be told, I don't know a lot of men that does that. If you know some, let me know. That's a good conversation piece. Write a comment in the section like that's. I would like to hear about that. And let me know that I ain't the only one that cuts my husband off when he's talking. So, very rude, very rude.
Message.
Okay, y'all gonna make me lose my spot. Okay, pay attention to body language. Body language is a language all by itself. But if you're actively listening and paying attention, you can tell everything about a person's body language by their eyes. If they're not looking you in your eyes, ladies and gentlemen, it's sad to say, they're not paying you any attention. Okay? When you're talking and they lean into you, that is a sign that they're interested in what it is that you have to say. If they fold their arms, that's like a defensive thing, and they're like, you're wasting their time, hurry up, move it along, and they have not heard anything that you said. They have heard you, but they didn't listen to you. So they didn't try to connect the dots. They wasn't solving the problem in their head. They wasn't trying to come up ways to respond to what it is that you're asking. Their mind is nowhere on it. So pay attention to those things. When someone steps away from you, they're not interested in what you're having to say. They're not listening. The interaction or the avoidance, and just pay attention, because people that is interested in you and what it is that you're saying, they bring their bodies up toward you, not away from you. They leave their body open because their heart is just an innate thing that everybody does. They leave their heart open and unprotected because they're interested in what it is that you have to say. Pay attention to people's body language. It tells you a lot. Listening without fixing. And again, I think this is mostly for the females, because most yes people, when they're listening to you, you have their full on attention, but in their mind, they're fixing it for you. And everybody don't want you to fix their problems. Sometimes people just want you to be a listener, an ear to listen. That's all it is. We put ourselves in circumstances because we're already trying to fix something for someone, and they're just needing you to listen. The importance of not making haste decisions is the next topic. This is a topic, I'm trying to get comfortable, y'all, because I'm like sitting on my feet. We're not outside. It's raining outside, so we're kind of stuck inside, and I thought that I'll do some work, get comfortable and do some work. So the importance of not making haste decisions. What is haste decisions? I'm trying to think of an example. Anything that you don't plan. Anything that you wake up in the morning and it is not on your list of things to get done on that day. I call haste decisions like when you didn't plan to spend $500, $600 in a day. That's a real haste decision, and you didn't talk it over with the household. You didn't talk it over with your spouse, your significant other. That's hasty decisions. Or you make a large purchase and have not done your due diligence as to, can you afford it? What other financial obligations do you have? How much money is coming into your home? How long is this going to take to pay off? Those are haste decisions. Those are decisions that require planning. A haste decision is to jump up and like, you know what? I'm going on this trip. The trip is $3,000. Have you planned for that? Have you put aside money and know what it is that you can spend? Because a $3,000 trip can turn into about an $8,000 trip real easy. But making haste decisions, you don't give yourself time to discern what that entails. When you get there, you got to eat, you got to get a hotel room, you got to fly, you need whatever entertainment that you're going to be doing when you get there. It's just, I'm just using these as analogies. I'm just going off the top of my head that, situations people find themselves in. Um, Taking off and no one knows where you are. Um, those are haste decisions, because if something happens to you, you made a wrong decision. You didn't plan on it. You didn't take the time to think about how other people feel. You didn't take the time to think about nobody else's, worrying about you. Don't, I mean, it's so many things that you can use in an analogy of making haste decisions. And I want to say that my husband posted the notes earlier today or sometime today, because there are so many scriptures in the Bible that speaks against hasteness and where it lands us. And if we look at our life and the things that we do without thinking, without planning, without discernment, without even asking our own spirit what it wants, grieves the spirit, but yet it brings on manifestation that you created. Believe it or not, we are always creating. We are always manifesting. Think about it. Whatever you put out is what you're going to get back. So if you're putting out hasteness and you're like, okay, I'm just by the seat of the pants type of person, I just roll with it, I'm spontaneous, that's okay to do. But when your livelihood is dependent on you discerning certain situations and circumstances and you're not, it's nobody else's fault but yours, because you manifested that debt, you manifested that poverty, you manifested this stuff into your life because you didn't discern. You didn't check with the inner person, the inner spirit. You didn't check with the significant other. You didn't check with your finances. You didn't do any of those things. So when it's like mid-month and you have no money to get backwards and forth to work or to buy gas, you manifested that. You created just that. And when you go out and party all weekend, you had a good time. Because we have all done it. You had a good time, but here it is, Monday. It is time to get back to work. You don't have lunch money. You ain't got gas money. You trying to call around, borrow money from anybody that will lend you money. And then if they don't lend you money, then you mad with everybody and won't speak to nobody. And you mad because you manifested something in your own life and you expect for other people to continuously fix it. Think about it. I want you guys to think about it, because we know those people. We know of those people. And we're trying to bring those people in so they can learn some of this stuff, because I didn't even realize that how my yes affected me and my time. So it's a lot of things that we do, y'all, and that's why God asks us not to judge. It's so important that we don't judge, because like I said yesterday, we're all sick. We do these things and we thinking that we're following Christ and we're living the character of Christ, and y'all, we're really not.
Message.
And so with that being said, I want you guys to check out Proverbs 28, 25. And I want you guys to read Proverbs 21, verse 5. There's a whole lot. There's several of them, y'all, that my husband, he had notes as well. And he listed all the scriptures. And I want you guys to read those scriptures and understand that hastiness is not a good thing. Doing things without thinking, without planning, discerning the importance of it, or speaking it over, or leaving other people out, that's not a good thing. And when I told you guys to read Proverbs, but there's so many others, and you guys will find it because I only wrote down a few scriptures, and those ones that basically I know replies to all of us generally. But in when we think about hasteness, and we're thinking about the Bible, and we're thinking about the Spirit, do know when you read all those scriptures, and I want to say that He's posted it. When God tells us to make haste, He's not telling us to go spend all our money. He's not telling us to leave our house without no one knowing where we are. He's not telling us to make crazy decisions. He is telling us to move. He is giving us instructions and direction. So every scripture that you read in this great book, anytime God said make haste, that means that He was giving someone instructions, and He told them where to go and how to do it and what to take with them. So don't get that confused with what you're doing, because God, the only person in the book that is giving instructions and directions to anyone or is making haste is God. That is not your move, because He tells us to be anxious for nothing. What He tells us that a man that makes haste in his walk makes errors. So please read the scriptures, study the scriptures, and equate that into your life the next time. Because I used to have this habit, guys, like I would get upset, and I know a lot of women can attest to this. I like to shop. So when I would get upset, I would like go shopping. Yeah. But and I don't know what men does. I mean, I think men just like quiet time, or they'll turn the sports up on you. I'm not really sure what men does. My husband doesn't do that, but I like to shop, and I would do crazy things when I go and shop. Y'all, like, and I'm not the only one. So again, we're gonna raise our hands and say, yes, I am that person. I was present in that moment, and we're gonna move on. I have accepted that as being just that, because not thinking about anybody else, not thinking about the consequences, not thinking about where it was going, not, I mean, I don't know, but and I don't know your situation, but I know this happens mostly for women, because when I go to the stores, I don't see a lot of men in those stores. I see mostly us. And I'm not judging, because then that means I'll be judging myself, but I'm just saying I don't know what men do. So and maybe that's something men want to keep between themselves. But I know a lot of women, like on our lunch break, we're in the stores. We do a lot of things hastily without thinking. I want you guys to think about that. And the next thing I have for you guys, and the very last thing, is that avoid non-beneficial conversations. Non-beneficial conversations. And I was shocked when the Spirit told me that about myself. And a lot of times we don't realize it, because we be too busy being available to other people, and people talking about people, and talking about other people's situations, and what have you. And one night, I don't know, but it's been quite a while ago, and the Spirit told me, stop being involved in non-beneficial conversations, because people, like, without realizing, we're getting ourselves caught up and we're thinking that we're not doing anything wrong, because just because we didn't say anything about a person, we're listening to it. And we're just as guilty if we are not putting a stop to it as soon as it starts to happen, or if we're not redirecting those conversations to something else, or something more positive, something that's beneficial for all of us. And by avoiding these non-beneficial conversations, we're avoiding gossip. Um, we're avoiding judgment against others or situations, because I know that people call us about their relationships, about their bills, about what their children, and they mean no harm. It's just that they want someone to talk to, and that's all fine and good. But in the eyes of God, that is gossip. And I wouldn't know this if my spirit hadn't told me that, because that's not something that I normally say. Non-beneficial conversations. We just don't even realize how just being in the presence of someone and not stopping something when it gets started, how guilty we all are without even knowing it. Avoiding he say, she say. And man, that's a huge one. Avoiding rumors. By avoiding these conversations, we're not killing others in their endeavors, their ideas. We're not hurting people's feelings. We're not making people feel isolated. You know, it is so many things is going on, and you don't even realize that is what I'm doing. You're not creating karma for yourself, because you didn't stop it. I didn't stop it. Now we created karma, because karma is going to get everybody that's involved. It doesn't just stop at the initiator. It stops at everyone that didn't stop it, because the word says, if you help my child, I will then bless you. So if we don't be a part of stopping it, then we are part of causing it. Remember that. Keep that at the forefront of your mind. We're not stopping the flow of your own miracles. When you avoid these type conversations, you are not stopping your flow of miracles. Miracles are happening every single day, every minute, every second. Miracles are happening. And we're wondering, where is our miracles? Why nothing is happening as far as we can see? Because we're not paying attention to the things that we're doing wrong, and we're not addressing them. So we're going to address them tonight. And this is going to become a habit, people. We are creating new habits. You're not destroying and damaging relationships. Next time you and your significant other, your best friend, your child, or whatever, next time y'all have a disagreement, don't jump on the phone. Don't call anybody telling anybody what is going on in your house, unless you're calling other people in your house. Because when you get on the phone and tell one person, that person tell another person, you may get over it. But those other people don't get over it that quickly. So now you're destroying relationships. You and your spouse have a disagreement. You love your spouse love you. Why are you calling brother, sister, auntie, nanny, and him as well? Why are you calling your boys? Because now every time they see the girl, it's something playing in the back of their head. I mean, if it's not something that you can get over right away, pray about it. Meditate on it. Give each other time to cool down before you go jumping on the phone and crying to Sally Sue, Curly, and Mo about your relationship issues. Because at one point your family loved her, at one point her family loved you, and now you like 5, 10 years in the marriage and they talking about, well, they can't stand you or they can't stand her. Come on. And it's all and is all emphasis on you. You did it, you did it, you did it. Nobody did it but you. So now you gotta fix it. All right, moving on. You're not destroying trust. Trust is a big thing. Trust is a big thing. And if you break someone's trust, and I really put this down here for people that are in leadership positions. Leadership positions means that you're in head of a household, you are head of a church, you are head of someone on a job, you are in supervisor, pastoral, teacher positions. And if you break someone's trust up under you, and this is because your treatment and your karma is a whole lot harsher than those ones that are just up under you, because they're looking to you for guidance, for mentorship, for leadership, and they're looking for you to uphold your position. Not saying that you're not gonna have days to where you fall short, but when you walk around and talk about people that is up under you or things like that and gossip and put people business out because they have to come to you because you're in a leadership position, you're in a position of authority, and you take those people's business and you spread it around the company, around the office, around the church, you are wrong. And I'm staring directly into the camera, and I want you guys to know that you are wrong. And I don't care who you are. If you are in a leadership position and your people have to come to you because you have to know what's going on in their life and they entrust you with their business, you better do the right thing with it. And that part I take seriously. I see it done over and over and over again, especially in the military. And your job is to take care of people. If you are in church and you are a minister or you are a pastor over something, you better guard these people's business with your heart. And I promise you that if you don't, your karma is a whole lot worse than anybody else's, because God holds you to a higher standard, because he says that he have chosen you. And if you wasn't chosen, time will tell anyway. Moving on. You're not adding complexity. And when I'm talking about complexity, I'm talking about somebody telling you secrets. If someone tells you something in secret, keep it secret. If someone don't know which way to go, which way to, what decision to make, and they're entrusting what's going on with them to you, and you're supposed to be the secret holder, don't do that, because the person is already lost. The person already needs help. The person already needs direction. You don't know what you are doing if someone comes to you and say, don't say anything. Because 9 times out of 10, when that person gets ready to work through that situation, they will work through that situation and they will appreciate you not spreading their business. So don't add fuel to a fire that's already burning. That's what I'm asking you right there. You're not devaluing what's important to others. Y'all, people done been through so much. I just feel like doing right and treating others as you want to be treated is the golden key here. People are hurting. People are looking for someone they can trust. Even if you can't do anything, don't hurt them. If you can't help a person, don't hurt a person. If you can't pull a person up, don't look down on them. And that's all I have for tonight, guys. Again, I want you guys to leave comments. I want to hear about if you are a yes person, if you're a no person. I would love to hear from you guys. I would love, love, love to start conversations going into the 30-day Alkaline Challenge. Look me up, Knitting Nectar Naturals, on Facebook. So you guys will have these notes will be also listed for you guys. If you guys want to reflect back on something that I said, the video will be up there. Again, welcome. Invite your friends, your family, your pastors, your ministers, and invite people that you don't know. Invite your co-workers. It's going to be exciting. I'm already excited. I'm learning new things about myself. So you guys, I hope that you guys are learning new things about yourself as well. Because this is what this challenge is all about. It is a lifestyle change, y'all. And if you're not learning new things about yourself already, start doing so. Put some of these things into work, into your action. Put action into your lifestyle. And see how it works out, because like I said, I'm learning something new every single day. Every day is going to be something new, and it should be something new for you guys as well. I love you guys. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good night.